In this video tutorial, I'm excited to let you know about a brand new feature that we have that enables your chatbot to respond to inbound emails for you. And it's tucked away here in integrations, and then you'll see it just down the bottom there, email. We just click connect, and then we go through the process here. So it's very, very simple. Anything that comes in via email to this email address, which you can copy right here, can be responded to by your chatbot. You can also go ahead and configure your own email address with your own domain name to respond to emails, which in many cases will be better than just sending them to this address just here. And then as we scroll down there, you can see that we can use the normal prompt that we have set up in Tune AI that the whole chatbot uses, perhaps the one on your website, or you can just use your own dedicated email response chatbot, which is what I would recommend, because then you can make the chatbot respond specifically to emails and have that kind of writing style. So let's go through the process of setting it up. So first of all, I'm just going to click new email address, and I'm going to use just test@fastfunnels.com. This can be any email address, with a domain name that you own. And then we just click next. And then all we need to do is to start forwarding emails from the email address I just entered to this email address. This is your agent email address. So in my case, all I would need to do is go to email forwarders into my account. This is with 20i.com, but yours may be with any number of different service providers out there, but it's very simple to set up an email forwarder. So I'm just going to put in test and then forward to email address and then put in my agent's email and just click add forwarder. Now that might take, a few moments to actually take place and to start to do its job. And then once you've left it for a little while, you can go back to FastBots here, and then you can actually send a verification email to your email address and make sure that it's connected and forwarding to here. So I'll just do that now. And there we go. We can see that the email has been sent, and now we'll check the verification. And you can see at the moment it says it's not complete yet. So we'll just wait a few moments and come back and then try again. And that's it, it's verified now, so we can move on to the next phase. As I say, it may take a few moments for your particular hosting provider to set that forwarding up, but once it's done, we just click next, and now we need to add the following domain records. So this is in your DNS settings. So in my particular case, I'll just go to my domain name, and then you will find something very similar in your account. Next, I'll go to Manage DNS. And then I'll add the records that are mentioned right here. So there's 3 sets and they're all CNAMEs. So we just copy them one by one and then paste them in here. So I put it in there, then I'll just put CNAME, and then I'll just grab the value there and then do the other 2 as well. And just make sure you don't forget to update your DNS. As with the email forwarding, it may take a moment for your domain name provider to just update those DNS settings. So when you click verify now, you may find that it says this, and then just come back again and try in just a few minutes, and then it will verify. So now I press the button and it worked, and you can see it now says verified there in the setup step number 3, and all those DNS records have reflected on my domain name. Now it did take an hour, so it really will vary depending on your provider. So I suggest leaving this window open and then just pressing the verify button now and again just to see once it's done. So now that we've done that, the next step is to go down to the email configuration. And what you need to do here is choose whether to just use the normal prompt that you have in your bot in the Tune AI section, or to create a custom prompt specifically for dealing with emails, which is what I would recommend. So to do that, all you need to do is press add prompt, and then we'll call it my email prompt. And then in the prompt just there, and then if you are unable to answer the email query, then you can just put a message in there saying something like apologies, we can't help with that, but please, call 0120944 or whatever number you want just there. So it's up to you entirely what you would put there. If the chatbot does not know how to reply or it doesn't have the answer in its database, whatever you put here will be what is emailed to the user. So we'll click add prompt, and there it is. And then now we just press save and everything's all good to go. And if we just click on configuration here, you've got a couple of other little things that you can do just to make it look even neater. So I can put in here fast funnels support. That's what will appear in the from name, as you can see just there. And then I can choose to use my new email address as the from email as well, instead of the agent one, which will be set as default. And then when anybody replies to this email, it will come back into the bot and it will all be kept in the same chat history. So it's really, really useful way of doing things. You're also able to add a little disclaimer to the email if you would like to, or any other message for that matter. We've just put here the message is composed by AI, which just kind of covers you in case of any issues with the email content. And you can add a nice email signature in there as well. So I'll just change that now to our support team and then fast funnels. And then the only other setting that you are going to want to take a look at is this one. And it's a very, very important one. So this setting here, if we turn it to on, every email that is generated by the system to reply to an inbound email will come to here first in pending emails, so that you'll be notified to come and check the email before it actually goes off to the customer. You'll also be able to edit it as well, and I'll show you that in just a moment. So what I've done now is I've had some sample emails come in so you can see how the system works. Now from here in our email settings, you can see at the top right we've got pending emails coming in. Those are the responses that have been generated and saved into draft. And also now we've improved the system a little bit since we started recording, and we've now got emails here in the top left. So it's in a nice convenient place. As soon as you get an email from our system to say that there's a pending email waiting for your approval, you'll be able to log straight into your account and come to here, and then you can look through all of the emails. And up here as well, you can even now start a fresh brand new email to a customer. We also have the ability for you to attach files as well. So you've got the ability to put screenshots and things like that if you're doing support, or attach contracts or anything like that. We've got our configure emails here. This is the email addresses that you would like to be notified every time there's a draft email coming in. You can just separate them by a comma, and then the email settings will take you back to the previous page. But let's just jump in now and we'll see how well this system works. So here's the email that's come in. You can see it says, hi, a lot of customers speak Spanish and German. Can the chatbot understand and reply in other languages, or is it English only? Trying to work out if it'll suit an international audience. And then our AI generated reply has said, hi Nina, thank you for reaching out to us. Yes, the FastBots chatbot can understand reply, and so on. So I'm really happy with that reply. And then if I want to go in now and add any kind of links or anything like that, I can bold the text, I can make it into italic, and then obviously I can put a link in there as well, and also attach files if need be. But you can see the quality of the email response that's been done. I mean, this is brilliant for inbound support messages. If you'd like to see any of the other emails that you've had back and forward with that particular user, then you can just click on view transcript, and then you can see right here any of the other emails. And then you've got the model at the top right there that was used to generate this reply. You've got control over the model as well over here. just in your Tune AI, you can actually choose the best model to do your automated email replies. When you're happy, or if you just want to take a quick look at this, you can just click approve and send, but you can also just do it straight from here as well if you're happy that the answers that's been given by email is good. And we can scroll through all of our pages just there, and that's basically the system. So it's very, very simple and easy to use. Now, what you might want to do is if you keep checking the emails that the system generates, and you can see we can do bullet points and all sorts here, then if you find that they're perfect every single time, then you might want to consider just switching on the section that we spoke about earlier. Let me just go back to it. Just here, we've got it set to require approval. You could switch that off, and then it literally will just reply to people immediately with using your company's information, your data that you've trained the chatbot on, and do a really good job for you. But I would recommend only switching that on when you've monitored the inbound emails and the responses generated by our system for quite some time. But overall, fantastic time-saving tool. Without a doubt, this feature is available on the business plan and above, and I highly recommend you hook up your chatbot to your emails. And then obviously you've got the ability to do the usual things as well, which is to respond to messages on your website and all of the other different channels that you can see here in integrations. So this just adds another really useful channel for you to use AI to save time and money in your business.